friends, this is Maggie. So finally I am working on the video to open this delivery. Something that I had ordered, and I waited patiently for it, and then waited patiently to have the time to create this video with the watercolor month challenge. It took most of my time, so I wanted to just have a video dedicated for the opening of this. This is something that I have been seeing a lot of people getting, and I'm hearing a lot of things how well it works and different. So let's go ahead and open it, and then you guys get to see what's in here. And then my plan is to do something with this and then show you how that works, but I want to practice first because this will be my first time. Now before opening this, I wanted to just show you a couple of things that I worked on. Aside from when I was doing my watercolor challenge, I was trying to get some of my journal pages done. Now this one here, I only did one page here. Let me get to it. This one here, this is a negative from a die cut. So this is a wreath that I cut and used it for one of my, I believe, the mixed media page that I did. But I had this negative page here. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I actually put it right here up to this corner here, but then you start adding other elements again when you do mixed media, and you cover part of it. And I should have left it there so you guys can see it because it looks really nice. And then I just had some washi tape, a little bit of stickers here and there, some tissue paper. This is a rub-on, which is like Jane Davenport calls it a tattoo into the page. And then I had a little mini tip-in, which you really cannot write much of it. I just put a couple of stamps there, and it was just a little thing that I had as a smile. So anyway, and then this is a brush that I have fallen in love with. It is a Princeton, it's called a Princeton Neptune, and this is the round brush that's 12, size 12. And I purchased this. This an art store that I go to. It's called Sandflax here in Florida. And from time to time I go there, but I shy away from it because their products can be expensive, or they have so many things that you just can you can rank it up there when it comes to, you know, money and stuff like that. But when I had gone there for maybe a month or 2 months ago, way before the pandemic, let's put it that way, the pandemic has been around for a little while, they had the manual, they call the natural hair handmade brushes. And I saw them and I said, oh my God, they're so beautiful. And they had it for $20, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $20 for one of those brushes. Come to find out, if I would have known that, it was the actual price of the brush was $80, and they had a special that day, and I did not pick up the brush. So I went back yesterday to see if they still had it. Obviously they were not gonna have it. And they told me, that's when I learned that the real price was $80 and they dropped it to $20. So anyway, I asked them what would be something that's comparable but not as expensive, because I did not know that a manual or natural hair brush can be over $100. I mean, I know they're expensive, but when I saw it there, I was like, oh no, I can't do that. So they recommended the Princeton, and I've heard a lot of it. And I totally fell in love with this brush. But what I'm doing with this is I'm going through all of my different journals that have different pages. Obviously for this one it doesn't work well because this is not watercolor at all. So I did a couple of playing around like this one. It does take it on the tissue paper, which is really nice. And the good thing about the tissue paper, if this is not watercolor, I can just glue her there and it becomes part of the page. Let me show you. I did it on my planner. I did it here. Let me show you. You believe that's the tissue paper? It looks like it's all part of the page. This is the tissue paper and that's the tissue paper. Not this. This is, I was actually drawing it from here to put it here. So isn't that great? It looks like it's just part of the page. So at least I know I can use the tissue paper, do my drawings and my coloring there, and then come back and glue it to the page and it'll look like it's part of the page. So that's a tip. You guys may want to play with that. Anyway, so I worked on, oh, I did one more page on my little junkyard journal, which is the best word would be mixed media journal, because I have worked on this page and you guys have seen this before. So now I completed second page 2, and on this one I used a sticker that said Prada. This is a stamp. This is a stamp too, some stickers, and then this is one of my drawings. I just cut her and placed her there. This is one too, is one of my drawings. So I completed that. This should be done fairly fast, but I just have to get to it. And then my prayer journal thoughts, I just did this one, which I have a lot of these butterflies, so I just placed it there. A piece of cardstock, yeah, it's kind of cardstock paper, craft paper, and I just wrote something there, and then did a lot of writing this time. This one I did the same thing. I did it on the tissue paper and I glued it to the page, and it looks like it's part of the page, which that works out pretty good because these are very, very cheap pages. Not when it comes to adding water, wet media. And then the last thing that I did, I haven't done much, but the last thing I did, I worked on, you guys saw that one. This is a sticker. This is those stickers that I bought from In Love Arts that I did a video before. So I used one of the stickers there. I used another of those little cards, placed it there, wrote a little bit here. And she is also a tissue paper. I also did the same thing because this one had the ink and I wanted to cover it up, and I was playing with this to see how well it takes the water, and she came about and I said, oh, I like her, so I went ahead and I glued her there. And then this was me playing with a new brush, even though this is, you can see how it buckles in the back. But this is the Midori insert, which is really good. It actually takes good, the watercolor. Not like watercolor paper, obviously, it's always far better with the watercolor paper. So, like I'm starting to, I'm still working on her, almost done. But I used the brush. Now this is true watercolor paper, and you can see the difference, you know. And it's still not the one that's thick, but anyway, so let's go ahead and open this and reveal the surprise and see what I'm gonna do afterwards. Not on this video, but on the next video. So I'm excited about this. It is heavy, very, very heavy. So I'm excited. And yes, this is a HIMI. HIMI. Oh gosh, I forgot the name. Gouge. Yeah. Water is a wet media that is half. It has the components of acrylic and the components of watercolor, and it's just, it creates all this flat surface. I mean, you don't see that shine like if it was an acrylic paint, and it just, you can layer color over, and it just takes so well. So this is what I ordered. I'm excited. I have to go through go through them, and so this is the nice cover. It's like a Tupperware item, but it's to maintain your paints nice and wet in here. even though they can dry, but still, even if they dry, I'm hearing that they perform much better when they dry. They have the same their own palettes there, and these are it. They come with their brushes, and then what I have to do is individually. Let's start with the first one here. I have to open them up. So let me get one out here, and then once you take the seal off, you'll have the paints out and open here. Oh, okay. This one already open, but let me see if I want to take it out. I don't want to do it from here because it gets a little bit messy. Toolbox. I'm gonna use my that's all I need to poke a hole. Maybe this is not the right tool to use. Let me see if I can take it out with this. I just want it to have a nice grip. Ah, there it goes. Look at that color. I love it. So let's go ahead and peel this off. And some people love peeling this off. Some people hate it. And then I did see that I've been doing a lot. I have been researching this for a while, so I kind of have an idea of what to expect and how to so I just love that color. Yeah, I see what they mean. Oh boy, it's not as easy as you would think. When they seal this, they actually seal it really good. At least if I can get just one open, and then I'll show you once they have all been open. Oh my gosh, maybe this will help. Oh my gosh, maybe I waited too long. Okay, here it goes. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. It's a good chunk of paint in this nice little square here. And then you just you want to save every paint you can. Just wipe it up here, and that should just do it. And I think they're very pigmented, is what I'm hearing as well. So I'm gonna go through all of them. I'm gonna get them open, place them in the way that the colors the way I want them laid out, and then I'll show you how that looks like. Alright, so I am back, and this is it. And I kind of put them in the colors that I usually like to see them. You can do them the way you're more comfortable with, but you know, I've got my black and white, and then my yellows here going to orange, my pinks to red, to creams and browns and greens, blues, and ending up on purple. This took a long time. I wish I had fake nails because it was hard to pull. I did not enjoy the part of pulling the paper out, but I did enjoy the part when the color came out, and you know, looking at the color, which they look so awesome. And do a really close up. Make sure I don't drop them. That will be it. That'll be funny. These are all my colors. I seen that, I believe the other set brings you 2 whites, so it maybe shies away from one of the other colors here, but I think this is awesome. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a swap. Because this already has the tray for the mixing tray, which is this one here, I'm going to just kind of put my swap here just to reference the colors, although I can see them. But I hear that the darks will turn, once they dry, they get lighter. And then the light ones, once they dry, they get darker. So just so that I have a see that on paper, and then I'll show you how that looks like. And then my next video will be, I want to play with it first and then doing something with you guys. Okay. Also, I am planning to do a live stream pretty soon. I'm trying to determine a date so I can connect with you guys. So I will keep you posted. Now let me go ahead and do the swap, show you how that looks like, and then my next video will show some artwork and doing this together with you guys. All right, thanks. All right, guys, so I am back, and this was a learning for me. I've never worked with gouache in the past, and so I was able to, let me open this up so you guys can see. I just love those colors, the way they look. I played with this, and as I was doing my swaps, I was changing the way I was applying them in the paper based on what I was learning. For instance, I went straight from black straight into the page without using the watercolor. So lesson learned, it becomes like chunky because it's not, it needs that little bit of a fluid to just kind of make it more smooth on your page. If you add too much water and you're looking at to obtain like a darker color, you may lose that, so you have to come back and reapply until you get there. So I guess it's a trick playing with the water amount that you use when you're going straight to your paper. The good thing is you can activate the color with water, or you can come in. I think once you put too much, like I wanted to do what I was doing here, the dark with a little bit of water and a lot of water. But because I went straight here and then kind of did the whole thing, I forgot all about it. I wanted to lift it up. It should have, in a way, and it did a little bit. So this will remind me when I'm looking and I'm getting ready to use these colors to don't go straight with the dark color unless I add a lot of water to get that gray color, from the black to get the gray color. I try to do it here, just right here in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but you can get that gray color based on the amount of water you can add. This was fun. I think it's going to be a little bit, I have to learn it. I think I'm going to have messy work a couple of times before I can master it, but by the time I was coming down here, I was much better. Adding a little bit of water to just keep it dark, and then really adding a lot of water to make it really light. So we'll see. I'm gonna play with it with drawings and stuff like that, and then I'll show you one that I make from the start to the end. And then I hope you guys enjoy this, but I am so excited about this set. It's a new set for me that I have to learn how to use it, and I think it's just a couple of errand trials that are gonna make me get to where I need to get. And so I hope you guys enjoy this. I will be back with working on a project, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye.